You already know what it is, man. It's your boy, the big vent, Far Rock America, the grinders, man. I'm here with my man, Mikey T, the movie star. They know how we give it up, Mike. Stop playing with us.
I'm here today with somebody that puts in consistent work. And no, I'm not here with Loaded Lux, y'all. There's other people that put in consistent work. So today, you're going to get this work. I just realized that my guy's been rapping for like 10 years. We spoke about it in the first interview, but I've seen his mixtapes on the same blankets as Lloyd Banks, Graph, and all of them dudes. His shit was right there in the Papoose section, right by the Saigon, right next to Saigon. You just had to know. I'm just being real. So this is a man who's dedicated to his craft. He raps about what he wants to rap about. He's a lobby boy from far Rockaway, and it's with my pleasure to introduce Keen Streetz, who is in fact very keen to these streets.
That was a great introduction. What's up, Mike? What's the word, man?
What's good, man? You know, your Sway freestyle, it reminded me of the K Slay Drama Hour. You know, it reminded me of the 1 hour long freestyles on the radio. Like every time you do a freestyle like that on a radio station, you get new fans. You know what I mean? You get new fans who had no clue that you could rap like that. It's like Papoose, who people say had the best Sway in the morning freestyle ever. So what I wanted to ask you is, when you were getting your name up, can you tell me about some of the battles you went through to build your reputation?
I actually was running around battling people. Um, just rapping in the lunchroom, and even when I wasn't serious with it, I always rapped, even if I wasn't like taking it serious or whatever, to make it on a high level. But I always rap for crowds, rapped in ciphers, battled people, shit like that, man. Just that typical New York grind, like that you had to go through to even get a name. Fuck even trying to make it just to get a name. Like, oh, I ain't solidified, or to be the guy when people rapping to call you like, yo, come downstairs, niggas is rapping, or you know what I'm saying? So to even be that guy, because niggas ain't calling you downstairs if you garbage. So I mean, like I was around a lot of people, like even a lot of people that you just named is like people that I got good relationships with, like Graph and Banks and Papoose, genuine guy. I was having a conversation with Papoose quite a couple months ago, and I was just filling him in on shit. I'm like, nah, I remember when, one of your mans is cool with one of my mans from Far Rock. They used to bring me to, I'm telling him like certain names. He like, oh shit, like he like, hell yeah. I'm like, nah, I remember, I remember around that time you signed to Gino Green there. We was pulling up to Brooklyn. So I've been around, for a long time. I was young running around, but I was around for a long time.
Yeah, shout out to Papoose over there at TuneCore, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I seen that big announcement. Did you ever think since you were into it a little bit back then, maybe it was not as conventional as the battle rap today, but did you ever think about battle rapping now, because there's a lot of money in it, and honestly, Keen, I think you could cook a lot of these dudes.
Nah, man. Me and my sister, shout out to my sister, Miss Hustle, man. That's not our sis. We always like play around, talk about it, but I couldn't do it now. Like, I'm saying, I don't have time to sit in the house and watch all your battles, dig up dirt on you, and practice that, write it down. But I don't got time for all that. I come from a time where you just had the raps already. You know what I'm saying? Like, we come outside, you say you nice, rap, nigga. You know what I'm saying? So all the personal and I'm fucking this girl and that, like, I ain't with all that. It's cool as entertainment. I always love to see her battle and go to her battles and stuff like that. And I watch it, shout out to like Mook Rex, and I fuck with K-Shine, and those guys, like I like to watch it, but I wouldn't do it. I got the ability to. It's a lot of shit they say, like, it ain't like, I be saying shit like that, but I be having bars tucked away that I don't even use, because I don't be liking to really put it on record, because I don't like to really I don't want the music to go over people's head. So I mean, so I be having like shit like that. I'd be like, nah, I'ma just, I mean, but or I save it like for a freestyle, like when I'm going for sway and shit like that. But on record, I like to get straight to the point when people listening to your music. I don't want to be going over nobody's head and they don't understand what I'm saying and shit like that. But me and Miss Hustle, we always joke, like not joke about it, but you know what I mean. We talk about it, and you know we make jokes. I always say I'm a battle her, like I mean, one round, and just to show, like I could, just to test myself, like I could do it, like. But I wouldn't take it serious though. There's a lot of money in it though. They definitely getting 30, 40, 50. You know what I'm saying? I remember I was watching something with Serve. He was, I'm getting 40, 50. I'm like, that's definitely shit. You know what I'm saying? You battle 3-4 times a year, nigga. That's the bag. Like, you know what I mean? So it's definitely money in it, but you know, it ain't my cup of tea to do. I just stick to the, you know what I mean, doing the music and you know, on that side.
Facts. At a certain point in time, it looked like a lot of battle rappers were going to have to transition over to music in order to get that next high level bag. But then, as you said, battle rap has become so major nowadays.
Yeah, it's not just rapping on the corner; it's a business. You know what I'm saying? You got companies, you got leagues, and you got people backing them. You got this and that. Like you know what I'm saying, it's a whole big thing now. So you know, the money is definitely good. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. They offering me 40,000. You think I'm turning it down? Hell no. You know, I'll give you 30, 40 to get on stage. What? I'm on there. What's up?
Well, what about 5,000, 10,000 to battle Miss Hustle?
One round, like I would do it one round. 10,000, I'm one round, like just one. 3 minutes, like I just gotta remember one rap. Like I'm cool with that. But I'm not, I don't want to end. I don't want to like, only reason, another thing is too, you know, the stigma with the battle rap shit. Like I love that shit. Like I love to watch it. It's entertaining. And niggas be super nice. You know, but you got a nigga like Surf who transition. He actually has good music. He make money off that. You know what I mean? So I feel like I've made myself establish too much with actually making music to do that, because then I don't want people to just be like, shit, we want to see you do that more. And it's like I invested too much in doing actually music. You know what I'm saying?
Do you have a top 5 battle rappers? Like, who do you put on your list from the different leagues?
I ain't gonna lie, man. Mook and Lux is always up there because I come from that time. And they, I mean, so Mook is gonna be Mook Lux. Hustle. You gotta put Sue Surf, you know what I'm saying, for what he did. And I like and that spot is either out of like K-Rock or Twerk. Okay, no, K-Shine too. K-Shine. I'm bugging. I'm bugging. Mook, Lux, Rex. And the fifth spot varies. But that fifth spot will always be like a K-Shine, a K-Rock, Sue Surf. You know what I mean? Like those people. But it'll switch out depending on, you know what I mean? But that's that.
What is your take on the lyrical battle going on with Kendrick, Lamar, and Drake?
I think it's cool. I see things getting out of hand. I think it's cool. It's always, you know what I mean? Depending on what it, you know what I mean, how it's going, and you know what I mean? But, you know, just keep it rap. Nobody want to lose, you know, we see what happened to Big and Pocket. Other artists that just, you know, passed away and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Friendly little competition. I think it was cool. I think it's cool. I think Kendrick was kind of like waiting on that moment to do it. You could tell he was just eager, dropping. Like as soon as Drake dropped, he dropped right after. So he was really, really eager to do it. It's cool. It's always, that's the sport. Everybody went through it, whether you was on a high level or, I mean, I had my rap battles. I had, you know, people diss me, I diss them and stuff like that. I think if you never even been through nothing like that, you're not really a rapper. So I've been through that. You know what I mean? So there ain't nothing ever wrong with rapping at somebody. I think it's, you know, right now, if it's not personal, a lot of things, it seemed more personal with Kendrick. You know what I mean? With them, they battle, it seemed like it was like long overdue and they couldn't wait to say what they say. You know what I mean? I figure like if I'm rap battling somebody, I'm not, I mean, like if it ain't personal, I'm not gonna say nothing like that. So I guess, I mean, with Kendrick, you could tell like he was waiting on that moment. Like he wanted to get it on with him and he had something that he needed to say. He got it off his chest. So, you know, it's cool. You know what I mean? It's cool. It's cool.
What does Kendrick Lamar mean when he says Drake is not like us?
I don't know. I don't know Kendrick. I don't know what he. If you, I mean, from a person listening, he's basically trying to pick him apart, saying like he not hood or he not really this. He's saying I think he and one of the joints he was saying he used 21 for this, Lil Baby for this, Young Thug for this, you know what I mean? Whatever. So I guess he's trying to say he's like not like us, you're not a hood, you're not official, you know what I mean? Or whatever the case may be. So I'm guessing that's just quote unquote, I don't know. But from if you're trying to put it together as from an outsider, that's what it means. That's what I would say he's trying to say. It could be something different. I don't know.
You have a new EP out. I Sacrificed a Lot. And it's great music that plays through with no skippable tracks. It's not super aggressive. It's the right mixture of mellow and street at the same time, I gotta say.
Right. Yeah, man, it's just straight to the point. I feel like when you do EPs, an EP is straight to the point. You're giving them 5, 6 songs, and you're giving them music that's straight to the point. You know what I'm saying? You ain't trying to beat around the bush. You handpicking a certain amount of songs for a reason. So I feel like the setup is what it is. I got something for the, that ladies that held some hood niggas down. You know what I'm saying? I got that Hustler's Love. I got the joint with Cabo on there, the Visible Scars. We're talking official. I got the intro, Corner Therapy. You know what I'm saying? I got it's a few things on there, man. The Famous record where that was like personal to me. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like.
Yeah, Famous is one of my songs on the EP as well. But first things first, the title. I want you to tell the people, what did you sacrifice exactly? And what do you mean a lot? Tell me some of the things you sacrificed.
You sacrifice a lot, man, because when you're doing music, like I say, I could be doing a shitty job and just taking care of my kids, or I could have been quick, and you know what I'm saying? I'm sacrificing time away from my kids when I'm in the studio, or I'm on the road, and I'm trying to make a living for them. So you sacrificing time and away from your kids, you know what I'm saying? You sacrificing other things you really could be doing, but you just stuck to doing that. You know what I'm saying? You sacrificing a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? Like really a whole lot. Other things that you really could just be doing and just say, fuck it, I'm gonna just do that and take care of my family and live life. But when you chasing a dream, you have to sacrifice a lot. You sacrifice friendships, you know what I'm saying? You might get to a certain level. The friendship ain't the same because people roll in entitlement, and you know what I'm saying? It's a whole bunch of things. But first, with me personally, I sacrificed a whole lot. You know what I mean? I sacrificed, like I say, time away from my kids. I sacrificed money, investing into myself. You know what I'm saying? When I could be doing this, you know what I'm saying? I could be like, fuck it, I could have went and did this, but I put it into my career. You know what I mean? I'm sacrificed. I just like friendships with people. You know what I mean? A lot of people. You know what I'm saying? A few people. You know what I'm saying? And it's a whole lot. So it's like I say, when you chasing a dream, you lose a lot because you know what I'm saying? You chase. It's not easy, and you don't know how long it's gonna take. You know what I mean? You don't know how it's gonna happen or when it's gonna happen. So on that journey, there's a lot of things being sacrificed. You know what I'm saying? Like I went on the tour, I was going for like a month. I ain't see my kids in like a month. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, sacrificing time off for the big win. You know what I'm saying? And they, my family, they understand. My kids' mom and my kids, my mom, everybody. I got a strong structure to even be doing the things that I be doing. So.
Jim Jones is featured on Invisible Scars. And, I think people will actually go back and study this Jim Jones verse because they're not going to understand it. A lot of people don't realize the way Jim Jones raps. It's like he's still in his prime. Half the bars on this song went over people's head. What I'm asking you, Keen, is how does Jim Jones still rap like he's 25 years old? He still sounds like a new artist that just came out yesterday. He said TikTok, and people are going to think he's talking about the app.
He got the energy around him. He got me in the studio with him every night. You know what I mean? The young energy, the new way of rapping and putting shit together. You got people like me in there with him, and he still's tapped in with other genres, like, the little drill. He might do that, might do this, but me and him really, when he rap with me, we come in to rap, and we got our own little thing in the studio. So as I bring my, it's something that I bring to the table as far as lyricism and, that talk. So when I'm coming to the studio, we got our own little thing. Like, what's up? What you looking like? You got what? You want to get it on? Put the beat on. And I feel like I bring that energy to him, like to keep him sharp as far as rapping. You know what I'm saying? So Cabo is just he a sponge still, man. He's still soaking it up. Like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna go off Keen energy. You know what I'm saying? And then it builds him up. You know what I'm saying? So that's a beautiful thing because a lot of people get lost and they still be rapping like this in 1992. He keep it updated. You know what I'm saying? That he not afraid to let younger artists around him and pick from them. Like, and it's not stealing from them. It's gaining energy. I'm gaining new energy. I'm gonna get some new energy. Somebody step in the room and I seen them. They don't got to be me. I see people come in the room and they come with a verse that he get hype and he start. You know what I'm saying, getting into his mode. So he's just not afraid to grow when it comes to and get new energy when it comes to artists. So you see him, you know what I mean? He got a lot of young talent around him. So, you know, to rub off on you, even with him, like his energy and I'm like, damn, I got to work harder because he worked hard. Like, you know what I'm saying? He, you know, he rich, he good. He settled, he got the house, he got his family. You know what I mean? He's still getting 20, 30, 40, you know what I mean? To do shit. So I got like, nah, this nigga ain't sleeping, me neither. You know what I'm saying? So we, you feed off each other.
Yeah, I gotta say, next to Gilly the Kid, Capo is probably one of the best fly talkers. Yeah. How important is it to have people like Jim Jones, who's highly respected, co-signing you?
It's good. We grew up listening to him, Stack, like I always say, Stack was Byrdgang. So I feel like when we from Far Rockaway, so when we always felt like we was Byrdgang a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Like, or we was, you know what I mean? So, when we grew our relationship, it was kind of like, you know what I mean? It was written a little bit. But he's always good, man. He's just a good person. He want to see people win. You know what I'm saying? He always, you know what I mean? Good. He don't keep the information away from you. You want to learn something, he'll let you know what's up. You know what I mean? So he's just a great person overall, you know what I mean? Despite what the internet or we trying to make people, but knowing him, you know you're a great person, man. You just want to see people win. He'll put you in that position to win. And, he'll take you to the water. You got to pull your fishing rod out and fish yourself and go get it. And along the way you fishing, he'll guide you through. And, and you win from there. But overall, that's Big Bro, man. He a great soul.
You've got a song on your album called Sick of the Game. Can you tell me 4 things in the game that you're sick of?
It's just sick of the everybody with it's a few things, but one thing I really don't like is everybody just pushing one sound when something pop. I feel like it's the New York thing, and I love when the new sound comes, but it'd be like I hate when the labels kind of mess that up to where they think they got people, they got these artists thinking you gotta rap like this to get on right now, like, and they try to shy away from the skill that you already have, not knowing that's your unique skill. You know what I'm saying? So I hate that. I hate the corny shit that go on with the Hollywood talk and the fake this and niggas is giving you rapper talk and I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna give you a verse. If you know you're not gonna give me no verse, niggas, I'd rather you just not say it. Like all of this corny shit that goes on, man. Too. It's the shit you gotta deal with music to even get to where you get. I hate the fact when another thing I hate is when niggas like these rap niggas that know you, know what you do, know of you, and they see you and act like they don't know you. Like, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I see niggas do that all the time, and then when niggas get to a certain stature or they feel like you got your feet in the game, it's like I can speak to him now. It's like, no, I don't want to talk to you now. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like when me fucking with Cabo, niggas gotta see me now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm with him. That's bro. I'm with him all the time. I'm out. So now all the fake shit you was doing, you feel like, damn, I can't really this nigga around now. He in the door now. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's a lot of shit I don't like.
You touch all the bases on your EP. I want to say you're onto a really good formula, and the music, it sounds so balanced and it plays better. Like, this is a 5-track EP, y'all. What are you working on next, Keen?
Part 2. The next 5. Next 5. So the next 5, I'm actually about to drop the next 5, but I'm gonna drop it with the merch. I just got some crazy fire merch for shirts, and I just got my own like hat, Sacrifice the Lie hat. Got the It's crazy. You gonna see it? You gonna come to my page? I got the hats, the new hat, the merch and stuff. So I'm gonna drop the next one with the merch. I'm not gonna stop. I'm just like volume 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know when I'm gonna stop it, but I'm gonna just keep it going. I kind of like it. I like the response I got from it. Little 5-pack. You know what I'm saying? People digested it good. You know what I'm saying? Yes, they're gonna want more. So that it makes me go back in the studio and do a couple more. You know what I'm saying? And it helps my recording process because I'm not when you record, I feel like when people recording for an album, they just be recording till they find something. When you doing a 5 pieces, like I'm not even recording it if I don't feel like it's it. So you going in, you putting your all, it's putting the pressure on you and making you put your all into, you know what I mean, your work. So yeah, part 2 about to drop though.
I had seen you did a show with Lloyd Banks. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, we had shout out to my man Ace General. He had a show with he had booked Banks to do a show, then had openers go perform. I was one of them, you know what I mean? And shout out to my man Mo. He knew Banks since we was young. I mean, he's from Southside, he's from Queens, Southside. He had moved to my building when we was in like junior high school. But he always used to be telling me, "Yo, Bang, my man Bang, watching Banks go, watching Banks." And you know what I mean? Banks always like knew me. I back in the days I battled his cousin, John Depp at Nassau Coliseum backstage. That's when 50 was like signing MOP, Monty, Mace. And we was backstage. And me and him like got it on. Like me and John Depp, shout out to my man John Depp, like probably like 13 rounds. You know, I always was around. And he knew, like, and that day, it's so crazy. I didn't see Banks in a while. And that day we did the show, I woke up, he like, yeah, I was just telling Money Ron, like, they go Keen, and you know, Money Ron, like, nigga, Keen, my son, nigga, that's my boy, nigga, like, you acting like I don't know him, like, but it was just good to hear, like, you know what I mean? Like, he remembered who a nigga was. We was talking, you know, acknowledge, you know what I mean? So, Banks a good dude. The show was crazy.
Yeah, major salute to Money Ron, Jaffe, the top tiger, man.
All about everybody over there. You know, I knew some of them guys for a long time. Money Ron, Jaffe, you know, my man and Mo was that's the nigga. You know, he was living in my building since junior high school and shit. Then you know he moved back out, but you know we've been tight ever since junior high school. Shout out to DZ and all of them.
Anything you could tell us about the show? Did you get to chop it up with Banks that night, or did you see his set?
Yeah, I stayed on stage. I stood and went on stage, watched his set. I ain't seen him perform, you know, in a while. Last time I was on the stage with him was actually that night at Nassau Coliseum. You know, like I said, my man Mo, that's his man. He was doing like hype man and for him. You know, he was part of the entourage, but he was like, you know what I mean, that's their nigga and shit. So anytime I was around, they was around. You know, it was always open arms. Come on stage, come fuck with us, shit like that.
I wanted to ask, how do you compare Lloyd Banks's mixtape work, like the Halloween Havoc series, to his major label releases like Hunger for More, Rotten Apple?
You know, the mixtape work is always, you know, like free spirit. You can hear it in the work. You know what I'm saying? You can hear it. There ain't no pressure on you like an album. You don't got to do no single. You just going in there and being the best you. You know what I'm saying? You just going in there to rap. So that's not like I say 9 times out of 10, those always come out better than like an album because there's no pressure. You going in there on free will. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't like I gotta hand this into a label. They want a single. So, you know, that's why you know people always love Banks for the freestyles and the mixtapes because they getting that free will. You know what I'm saying? Anybody, you know what I mean? But especially with Banks, you know, he PLK, so it's your free will. You're in the studio, wherever you recording, you chilling, you vibing, then you smoking your weed, you just writing some fire shit, and I could just put this shit out. It ain't no pressure.
And then sometimes the mixtape records would actually launch albums.
Sometimes it might be a single off of it. You know what I'm saying? You might catch one off of it, but you're not aiming for it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when it do happen, it's like, okay, I caught one. But it's not like the label had to put 250,000 behind the record, market it, and then it failed. Then you look like a failure. You know what I'm saying? So it's just free will. I say like with shout out to my bro Scenero. Like that's like with Fab with Cuffing Season. That was on a mixtape but it happened to pop as a single. You know what I'm saying?
Yep, it would happen with I Get Money, 50 Cent's Curtis album, or I Like the Way She Do It off of Terminate on Sight.
A lot of shit.
Yep.
So it's free will. Ain't no pressure.
Why did Jim Jones throw them dudes down the escalator?
I don't know. I wasn't there.
We all saw the footage.
Yeah, I mean, I saw it like everybody else saw it. I don't know. I wasn't there. I don't know what happened. It probably was a little situation prior to when the camera came out. Probably was some disrespect or something like that. I don't know. It's so crazy. I never even asked him why. That's the crazy part, to be honest. I'm not really like I'm not one of them guys. I know, I get a lot of that now because I deal with him. So every time he get into something, people be asking me. But I don't come to the studio and be like, yo, why you did that? Like, I don't be asking. I don't know. We just laugh at the moment. We'll laugh at the moment, and because we got our relationship and we'll laugh at some shit, but I don't be asking.
I figured maybe you were getting off a flight with him. I didn't know you are Byrdgang.
Nah, I wasn't there. I ain't go.
Yeah, but from the footage I saw, there was actually a couple extra members of the Byrdgang, and they were flying down the escalator.
Shout out to them that was flying down the escalator.
What could get someone to throw someone down an escalator? I'd never seen nothing like that in my life. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah, you see him working out every morning on his Instagram. I guess he had to see if it worked. Like I said, it could have been worse. He could have really went to work, but it's like, you see you on camera. You know anything you do in this world, you're on camera. You don't really want to do too much.
Another viral moment you had was when they played Max B in the club with Jim Jones. It was their song G's Up. Can you take me into that moment? What club was that?
They play it all the time. What was that? What happened?
Well, it was you, Jim Jones, and Bobby Shmurda in the club, and G's Up came in, and Jones actually started going and performing with the song.
Yeah, that's a record. That's their record. They going regardless of what, they're gonna always play that song. That's one of the hits. You know what I'm saying? I don't think people play it I don't think people play it because of like a little situation. I think people play it because it's a hit record. It's a fire record. And that's one of the records that people know. So I don't think people play it because they issue. You know what I mean? We live in a world where you can't really do nothing now. They make everything an issue. But I don't think they play it because of the issue or whatever. They play it because it's a slapping record. And people, when he's performing, that's one of the records people know.
When they started playing the record, you actually grabbed Jim Jones. You actually slapped him in the arm. Like, how were you perceived? I'm just being real, man. I don't think Jim Jones, this record be playing in the club like that. I haven't seen Jim Jones perform any Max B related records aside from Ballin' in 20 years.
I mean, if they play it, they play it, I guess. If they play it, they play it. They don't type of thing. It's not like he's saying like, you know what I mean? But we just did a show and he performed it. So it ain't no issue with performing it. He just had a show and he performed it. He performed the record.
Yeah, I was actually in the club with Jones and they played French Montana. He was not bothered by it. And
I just think people just he might it just be the internet, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it be the internet, man. Him and French is cool. I don't know him in Mac's situation. I wasn't there at those times. It's not my business. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really be speaking on it. But he performed the record. We just did a show in Harrisburg and we did another, he performed the record. You know what I'm saying?
Seems like Jimmy's warming up to it.
He chilling. Like, he a grown man. He do say his little stuff, but I mean, you never know how somebody else thinking. I don't know how he thinking to himself. You know what I'm saying? We don't speak on those things. See, with me, when I come into a situation, like whatever happened before I got there, like I don't really got nothing to do with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care to ask about it. I don't want to know the details and why it happened, what started it. I don't really care. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, bro gave me an opportunity to feed me and my family, so I don't really get into that.
I was actually talking to Max B's manager, his associate, Ty Black, and he told me to tell you that Max B messes with your music. That's what he wanted me to tell you, man. I'm in the loop, so I wanted to let you know that.
I appreciate that. Hell yeah. I ain't, you know what I mean? I appreciate that.
Yeah, they were saying when they were talking about the next dudes up from Far Rock that he told him about your music. Max B listened to your music. I find that to be very dope, man.
Yeah, for sure. No, I appreciate that. Shout out to them. I appreciate that.
Also, Bobby Shmurda was there. You got to remember this day because Bobby Shmurda was on the stage with y'all.
But the Apollo?
Was that at the Apollo?
That's the only time we was on stage together.
Yeah. So y'all was on the stage with Bobby Shmurda. It's always a fun time, it looks like, with Bobby Shmurda. How do you feel about the way Bobby came home?
Man, that was my first time seeing him since he been home. You know, that's my dog, man. Bobby is a stand-up dude. And I ain't saying stand-up as far as him not saying, you know what I mean? Yeah, of course that. He ain't telling, you know, he took extra time for Rowdy and them to come home early, you know what I mean? Or not on a later date. But I'm just saying, as far as me personally, I'm saying shout him out because at the height of his career, and I was just telling him that I posted the video on my page, like, them niggas been, him and Rowdy and them niggas been rocking with me since 2014. You know what I'm saying? So when he was on the Breakfast Club and they asked him who he think is the hottest coming out of New York, you know what I mean? He said my name as one of them. And, I mean, at the height of his career, you feel what I'm saying? He didn't have to say that. He could have said anybody. I'm not from Brooklyn. I'm not from the 9 or none of that. But shout out to all my guys over there. Freedom, free all of them too. You know what I'm saying? He didn't have to do that. You know what I'm saying? So he always gonna get that respect and love from me. Like I told him in his face. I didn't get to see him since he came home, man. It was a good vibe. Just great to see him and see him, you know, happy doing his thing.
That's what's up, man. You know, they threw a monkey wrench in Bobby Shmurda's whole game. Why do you think the cops didn't come and get Bobby before the release of his hit song? In other words, why did they wait to make a big spectacle of it?
So they always trying to embarrass us, man. You know what I mean? Take us away at the height. They knew what was going on. They seen he was about to be the biggest, and they snatched that away. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, but he home now, you know, feeding his family again. So it could have been worse.
How do you feel about the way Bobby Shmurda has come home and navigated himself in a positive route? You know, how hard do you think that was for him to stop going back to the lobby and going back outside?
People learn from their mistakes, some don't. And he was one of them that learned, I guess. You know what I'm saying? He did 6.5 years in jail, 7 years. What he did, 6.5. That'd be enough for people. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, I don't want to be doing this. Even when, you know, in my hood, like I got homies who like, nah, nigga. Sometimes it only take you to go Rikers Island for 2 months and be like, oh, nah, I'm good. Some niggas don't have that chance. Unfortunately, they get that time and they get them years. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, even, you know, Rowdy, he be chilling. I see they be cooling out. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, you learn your lesson. Some people learn their lesson, some people don't. And I guess, you know, they was one of the people who learned. Like, fuck that. I ain't going back to that shithole, nigga. I'm a better me out here. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I love to see people progressing. I don't like to see people moving backwards. I be moving on positive time. You know what I'm saying? So
before we even move on, I got to ask you, how did you and Bobby even connect for him to give you that major shout out on the Breakfast Club?
They was to bump my music. You know, my cousin, Ron, he from the 9. He's from the 90s area. You know, they all connected. Shout out to my man Crow. You know what I'm saying? And Ness and all of them. You know what I'm saying? But mainly my man Crow, man, he you know, they used to bump my music. Them niggas was just, you know, they was big fans. They was fucking with the shit I was talking. You know what I'm saying? And it trickled down to them listening, and they was fucking with me. And I used to record, you know what I mean, in the 50s and over there and all that. Shout out to my man Ness and everybody over there, man. Crow, Chulo, you know what I'm saying? Fat, my son Fat, you know what I'm saying? Met Plug, everybody over there, man. 16, everybody over there. I can't, you know, so many of them, but then they all good guys and they great individuals. I used to record over there, you know, Rowdy and them niggas was coming in there. And that's how you know, we built our relationship. And, you know, I think they was just because they rock with the music.
I could see that, man, because you had Full Project out there. Bobby Shmurda was the type of dude they actually had to drag him to go record his song. You know, he wasn't recording, so I could see him looking at you and being like, okay, Keen actually has a full body of work. That's somebody I could shout out.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, That's dope, man. You know, a lot of people didn't know there's actually a Raekwon Elliott way. How long did it take them to put the sign up on Hassock Street?
I don't know. I don't know what the process was like. Shout out to everybody, shout out to his family and everybody that was involved in getting it done. It's a beautiful thing. He deserved it. I don't know the process. I'll be lying if I tell you, oh, it took this long. So I don't know the process, but I'm glad it's there.
How frequently do you pass it?
A lot. I remember one time I was just chilling. I was just like, let me just ride over there. I just got rode over there, pulled up just to look at it. You know what I'm saying? He a legend, man. He kicked the door down. He a legend. Rest in peace to Chinks, too. We got to get his sign next.
You said you met Stack Bundles before he was rapping and that he was that guy. Can you explain that to me?
Stack was always a fly dude. The girls loved him. Always, you know what I mean? Fly dude, pretty boy braids. You know what I'm saying? Charisma, funny, swag. He always was that dude. Like, from me, you know what I mean? He had that aura. So things that he was doing with rap, it wasn't surprising to me. You know, the shit he used to be talking, the fly shit, wasn't surprising to me. You know what I'm saying? It was just good to hear him talking on a high level.
What did Stack Bundles do to make sure that Riot Squad was a staple for Far Rock?
He kept them with him. He kept, you know what I mean? Shout out to Bino Core, rest in peace, Chinks. You see what he did for Chinks, rocks free Chinks drug shirts. Always said Chinks' name, kept him alive when he came home, fell into a nice situation. You know what I'm saying? Bino always worked hard and Core did, they was doing their thing, man. And he always, they kept that tight thing. They was actually, I mean, they was them dudes. So, I mean, they was giving the hope. So, hell yeah, of course. Bino solid. Core solid. Bino solid. Hey, Bino, I need to know this information. Here, let me know. Bino, one of them niggas is always available. He a smart nigga when it comes to music, too. He always available, solid, great person, man. I fuck with Bino a lot. That's my nigga. And he's just a solid dude. Like, if I need to know something about some music, how he'll put me on. He don't try to keep it away. You know what I'm saying? So, Bino solid.
How important was it for Stack Bundles to constantly remind people about Chinks? You know, like you said, he was always wearing the free Chinks drug shirt. What Stacks did for Chinks, you won't really see many artists do.
Yeah. That was very important. You know what I'm saying? To keep him alive while he was running around, keeping his name alive. So when he come home, he could fall right into it. Like, okay, that's Chinks. So because if he didn't do it, then when he came home and rap, niggas would be like, who the fuck is that? You know what I'm saying? But being that he did do it, nigga, when he came home, he was familiar. The name was familiar. Even if the face wasn't, the name was. Oh, that's Chinks. Oh, that's who Stack was saying. Oh, that's who. It gives that. And then Chinks, he shot off.
Can you tell me about Frankie's? Stack Bundles would always say, you could catch me on the street corner shaking a dice or at the parlor waiting at Frankie to make me a slice.
No, I think Frankie is their corner store. Shout out to my Hashtag niggas. Shout out to Reference. That's their corner store. So that's like my corner store is like Eddie's. You know what I'm saying? Right on the corner. You know what I'm saying? That's the headquarters. You know what I'm saying? That's their headquarters down there. You know what I mean? So, shout out to them, man. Those my guys. Shout out to them. That's their headquarters. You know what I'm saying? Stand in front of Frankie, I get, but the stores in that's the store they was in on Peep Game. Like the corner store. He did a lot of interviews right there with the yellow sign. Yeah. That's their headquarters, man. That's your staple. Every hood got they certain corner or store that's, that's staple. My store is Eddie's. Rest in peace to Eddie. But the store's still there. Sam's still alive. You know what I'm saying? Eddie's our corner, that's our staple, our corner store. You know what I mean? That we grew up going in and you know what I mean? You know how that go. Niggas done hustled in front of that shit and all that. So hell yeah.
That's what's up, man. Did you ever shake any dice with Stacks?
Nah, man. I never got to play dice with Stack, man. Nope. But Stack was a great individual. I was in Miami. I got a story about me. 2006, I was in Miami. I was the first one to hear me and my little brother White. We was me, White, and my man 650. Word. 650. We was in front of Wet Willie's. Him and Clue was in a navy blue Explorer. We went to go meet him. We walking with Lou. We walking with my man Lou 650. We went to go meet him. And we was the first niggas to hear that nigga with your hood like With Fab, Ransom, and him. Lord, we the first niggas to hear. They was fresh out the studio with it right before they came to Miami. I don't know. Yeah, right before they came to Miami. I guess the day before they recorded it, and then boom. But hell yeah, we the first niggas to like really hear it. It was rough, wasn't mixed, none of that shit. That shit was fire. Word. I got
Storm.
a great memory with Stat in Miami in front of Wet Willie's.
All right, man. This or that. One answer. You could do what you want, though. You know what I mean? Byrdgang, Keen Streetz, new album out, new EP out right now. This or that. Let's get into it, man. Big L or Stack Bundles?
Stack.
Bino or Call 2Gs?
Nah, that was a good one. Oh, man. How they do it on Drink Champs? I'll just take a sip.
Chinks Drugs or French Montana?
Chinks Drugs, man.
Purchase or lease?
Purchase.
All Eyes on Me or Ready to Die?
Ready to Die.
$1 million worth of game or Drink Champs?
Shit. Oh, man. Both, man. I'm one with both. I fuck with both.
Dr. Dre or Snoop Dogg?
Snoop Dogg.
Narcos or Power?
Damn. I'll go Power.
Ghostface Killer or Raekwon the Chef?
Raekwon.
Vanilla Ice or MC Hammer?
MC Hammer.
Rum and Red Bull or just Red Bull?
I don't drink, so just Red Bull.
Tony Yayo or Spliff Star?
Spliff Star, legend, man. I gotta go Queens though. Yeah.
HBO or Showtime?
HBO.
SUV or sedan?
I like SUV.
Capone or Noriega?
Nori.
Jay-Z or Nas?
We keep it Queens, man. We're gonna go Nas, man. That's hard though. I fuck with Hov, but I'm gonna keep it in. It ain't personal. Keep it Queens.